1, 2, and 3 were carrying AK-47 in front of crash kids who were in crash a few months ago, just last April they were in crash. Some of these kids have never seen a gun before. Some of these kids have never seen a machete before. But the video footage that is circulating indicates that they were exposed to that by accused 1, 2, and 3.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to GNU According to CD, that is Government of National Unity, not Pastor Mboro. Not Pastor Mboro, who's probably was in heaven having some tea, coffee with the angels, and there came Jesus to join in, and his church was getting burned, and suddenly his bodyguards were in some school trying to machete some people, as well as with these big, heavy guns brought to an entire school. Can you imagine endangering children? Listen, guys, this thing of seeing weapons of that nature in South Africa has become something like a norm. I know for a fact that in South Africa, even the soldiers, when they leave their barracks and they are going home, let's say they are off or whatever the case might be, they remove every single weapon on their bodies, including the ranking in the army, and they walk down our streets with just a uniform with absolutely nothing on them, simply because they are not allowed to carry these big, scary weapons in public, because it reminds a lot of people of the days of apartheid, where the army used to carry big guns and scare people in the townships as well as in the cities and some towns and things like that. So when we came into democracy, that was one of the things that was told to the army, that when you leave your barracks or when you leave your, I don't know, your station, you are not supposed to walk with all of this in the public, because people are still quite traumatized by the images of apartheid and stuff like that. Then there are these security companies. Of course, these are like private security companies that are hired by some business owners. And these guys, they carry these big, heavy guns in public. Even when you go to our malls, if you go to Sandton Mall is very guilty of this, because, and Eastgate Mall, you will find securities with snipers and rifles and all kinds of. It makes you think, are we at war and we are not aware of it? I know for a fact that is wrong. They are not supposed to be carrying guns like that. And if the mall does not feel safe about people being in there, because there's sometimes when you are vlogging inside a mall, you'll be approached by a big guy with a rifle as big as a bazooka, coming to tell you that you're not allowed to vlog, which is actually incorrect according to our constitution, section 16, freedom of expression, especially of the media and other medias and YouTubers. They fall under other medias under Section 16 of the Constitution. So they don't have that right to tell YouTubers they are not allowed to vlog in public spaces like a mall. And they do that with these big, huge guns. And you ask yourself, but then where did they get the license to have these guns in public spaces like a mall? And if like I'm saying, if a mall is uncomfortable with many people in there, because of course we understand there've been robberies, some brazen robbers walking to malls and start shooting. They're going to jewelry stores and steal jewelry and all that stuff. I get the whole security aspect of it, but a mall makes hundreds of millions of rands. Should they have some high tech type of security than having men with guns? That is just not right. Santon City, as well as especially when you walk up the Diamond Walk, that is just not right. Those sites are not right. They are unconstitutional. And I don't know why nobody has picked this up yet and went. I'm talking people with money and able to take these security companies to court, particularly to the Constitutional Court, so that it be a final judgment that you're not allowed. And on top of that, let's say something happens. Let's say something does happen, criminals walk in there, guns blazing, and these people going to shoot randomly. And then Section 49 of the Criminal Procedure Act, it does not even allow a police officer to use that kind of power on civilians, right? So what's up with that? So now I am seeing this with Pastor Mboro, who walked into a school with his bodyguards carrying heavy machineries. Of course, that is very scary to kids, especially to children. Can you imagine if I am terrified as an adult, how a kid is going to feel like? And some of these people, they were carrying machetes. Like, what on earth were they doing in a school carrying those things? It was quite shocking for me when I saw those images. And I now understand why the Minister of Police, even though I felt like he is going after a small type of crime instead of going for the big dogs. Right now, if you heard in the news, Umlazi, there was mass shooting going on. 6 people were killed in Umlazi. And then he's doing exactly what his predecessor did. And I'm like, dude, this shouldn't even have happened because you're supposed to be hard at work and intimidating these criminals or anybody that is carrying an illegal gun and planning to use it on other people. What is going to happen? You know, I used to be a person that was against shoot and the K word by Begitale back in 2012 whenever he became the police commissioner. Remember that his slogan, shoot to. Yes, I had a problem with that because it was against the Constitution, especially Section 11, a right to life. And now I'm like, you know what? South Africa has gone down the drain so much so that right now, even the whole thought of death penalty, I have since changed my mind that let's take them down. Let's take them all down. Let's do like Botswana does to people like that. Honestly speaking, that's where I am at this point. And I know there are some people that, what if you are going to put a man that is, there'll be sacrifices. At least those who planning to do something. If it's me, yeah, if it's me, then listen, I'll be an example, even though I may be wrongly convicted here. But at least there'll be those that are watching that, this government is not playing games. You understand what I'm trying to say? So to say, oh, what if? No, let's do it. If the person is innocent and is found out that he's innocent, then we compensate the family. That's it. Compensate the family, but the message would have been sent to those that will be planning to do some ills. But the point is looking at Pastor Mboro's facial expressions, almost like he is denying what he's hearing in court. Like, me, never. I was in heaven, y'all. While all these things was happening, I was in heaven. It's these guys probably who are my bodyguards that are not allowed to go to heaven with me to have some tea with Jesus. That's just how it looked like. It is very, very hilarious, especially that part. I felt that was very hilarious. And I think this is going to be a new meme for the next 10, 20 years that he has created for content creators because that looks classic to me. So now, guys, as you would know, the Pastor Mboro and his bodyguards, they are denied bail. However, Pastor Mboro's son was released on bail. He's going to spend the next 2 months in jail. And carrying all those heavy weapons in a school, that is inexcusable. You can get even the best of the best lawyers. That is inexcusable. You are a danger to society. And I don't understand how he was allowed to have bodyguards carrying those heavy machinery. Are those guns even legal? What's happening? This is the kind of country that we have become. And now the GNU, hopefully, they are going to clean out all these things, including Santon City as well as Eastgate and any other mall that has security guards with heavy machinery intimidating patrons of these what do you call these facilities, because it's very, very uncomfortable to go to Eastgate or to go to Santon City, knowing fully well that something could happen and you may catch a stray bullet from this particular security who may have misunderstood or thought they were being robbed when in fact they were not. And on top of that, this whole thing that YouTubers are not allowed to vlog, that is absolutely incorrect and it's unconstitutional. They need to get a judgment from the constitutional court to tell them, yeah, the YouTubers must have some kind of permit to film in these facilities. I don't understand. They whatever it is that the excuse is, it's inexcusable. Not in a democratic South Africa. That is not allowed. But other than that, I don't know at the end if Pastor Mboro was crying when he bent his entire body on top of his lap. Whatever that is, he needs to learn a lesson that he is not the law unto himself. It makes no sense. Those bodyguards, they need to be stripped of those guns. If you want to have bodyguards, fine, there's no problem. But those heavy machineries, no, thank you. Not in the public, especially not in the presence of children. So, yeah, let him sit there for a while and think about it. And after 2 months, which will be when? November, October, and most of the around that time, I think churches are quite busy and collecting a lot of money from unsuspecting people, because you're building up to Christmas and all of that. I think that is why he's getting a sudden headache. Other than that, guys, please do not leave this video without liking, commenting, and sharing. If you are going to subscribe or you have subscribed, please don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Tell me, what are your thoughts about this whole Pastor Mboro's situation? Do you think it deserves it? Or do you think he should stay there longer? What are your call? Thank you. See you next time. Bye.